Welcome everyone. So I am going to discuss about GATE 2026 solutions. So first thing we will be discussing today, only answer is released. If you have not seen answer, go and see that. Okay, match the answers. So first what we will be doing, first image processing 1 marks question. In this video I will be discussing. Then image processing 2 marks question. Then aptitude 1 marks. Then aptitude 2 marks. Then then part A, that GIS remote sensing etc, that 1 marks. Then this 2 marks. Then surveying 1 marks and surveying 2 marks. So this 8 videos will be released after one another. So this will be released in this order only. So it may take us till tomorrow. Okay. So today is uh, today is 22, so 23 by night every video will be released. So first we are going to discuss image processing 1 marks question. So first question was about which one of the following is not a linear raster operation. So in this there are four options. So first is histogram equalization, then averaging filter, convolution with a Gaussian kernel, Laplacian edge reduction. So one similarity is like every like B, C, D option. This averaging, Gaussian and Laplacian all can be implemented via convolution. Okay, and convolution is a linear operation. Okay, so only one which is not a linear operation, this follows like CDF. We use CDF to do this, and CDF is not a linear operation. So from here itself we can tell like A will be answer. So histogram equalization is not a linear raster operation. Okay, so first answer is histogram. Now coming to this question 67, which one of the following is responsible for attenuation of incoming solar radiation in atmosphere? Okay, so for this also, like absorption removes energy from directly from beam, and that is why attenuation radiation happens. So for this also absorption will be the answer. Okay, so which one of the following is responsible for attenuation of incoming solar radiation? Okay, so solar radiation is coming, and due to absorption only that attenuation happens. Okay, so for this absorption will be the answer. Okay, now this question, this is like little, if you are knowing this term, then only you will be able to do. So first we will be saying like what is M adjacency. Okay, so definition, by definition, if suppose this is your point and it varies by one one coordinate, any one coordinate, like suppose this is our xy, then adjacent will be, this will be suppose x comma y plus 1, so this point will be adjacent. Okay, this also can be adjacent, x plus 1 comma y, then x comma y minus 1, this also can be adjacent, and x minus 1 comma y can be also adjacent. So four adjacents, this we call as four adjacents, that is any one like x or y can differ by 1. Okay, now there is something called diagonal adjacent also. So in diagonal adjacents, both x and y can differ by 1. So here only 1 was differing, here 2 can differ, like x plus 1 comma y plus 1, both are differing 1 1. Okay, or x minus y, y minus x minus 1 comma y minus 1. So in diagonal adjacency both can differ by 1. Okay, so okay, in this one condition is for m adjacency, like it should be at v equal to 1, like v should be also considered. Okay, v means this v I am talking here. So this distance should be also considered. So this will be at distance equal to 1. Okay, like here, now when I am going to solve question, then you will understand. So if we are seeing p, means if you are seeing in question p, p2 and p4 have value of 1. So this 3 only have value of 1. This 2 is 0. Okay. So what is the length of shortest m path between p and p4? Okay. So now coming to definition, suppose p to p2 you are going. So p to p2 you are going, and that is by diagonal adjacency. Okay, diagonal adjacency. So you are going from here to here. Okay, and what is the condition? There should not be any b equal to 1. So here if you see v is equal to 0, so that is why this is allowed. Okay, and means we will count this as 1 path length, just because this is 0. If this would have been 1, then this would not have been counted. So here we can count this. So path length is 1 here, and path length is here also. P2 to P4 if we see, P2 to, okay, first I will write for P, P2. There is diagonal adjacency. Yes, okay. Then there is uh, no common where v equal to 0. Means not v is not an option. Okay, so here one this also, and then for next like p2 to p4. So p2 to p4 also, if we are looking, it is also adjacent. So path length becomes 2. Similar concept, but suppose you are going from p2 to p3. P3 is 0 here, so only we have to move at 1. Okay, and both are satisfying all the condition which we discussed for emergency. So path length is 2, that is one is this and one is this. So path length p2, p2 and p4. Okay, one option could have been directly p2 to p4 and path length 1. Okay, path length 1 and p2 to p4. Why not this path? Then answer would have been 1 if this is correct. But if we see p2 to p4, it differs by 2. And if you see, we have discussed diagonal adjacency is satisfied only if path differ by 1 in each. Okay, and it is not horizontal also or top, which we discussed in first, that adjacency is also not there. So only p2 to p4 path is not allowed, and only this path is allowed, and so answer will be 2. Okay, I hope you understand. Now coming to question number 69. So there are total number of pixels is 128 into 128. So 128 into 128 is total number of pixel. Required bit of storage is 65,536. Okay. So when we divide this, we will get 4. Okay, and this 4, 2 power 4, if we did, that is the number of gray levels will be allowed. Okay, because 4 bits will come, so number of gray levels 2 power 4, 16. Okay, so 16 will be the answer. Now, okay, so this is like we have read this many times. A spatial domain if convolution, a spatial domain convolution, and frequency domain multiplication, both will be same. So this can be vice versa also, but here this is the means convolution multiplication will be the answer. Now 71. Okay, so 71, select the correct options. Aerial images are prone to external geometric error due to random movements of aircraft, which involves, so random movement of aircraft. So random movement of aircraft will change flying height. Okay, so flying height will change. So one option can be altitude. Okay, and also it will change orientation angles. Orientation angles, by that I mean roll, yaw, pitch. Any can change. So that this together we call attitude. So altitude and attitude will be the answer. Okay, and this terrain relief and focal length means those doesn't affect aircraft motion. Okay, so answer will be A and B. Now coming to question number 72. So which of the following statements in the context of image to image registration are correct? Okay, so image to image registration, if you have to do, there should be some overlapping area, overlapping geographical area. So image have significant geographical overlapping area. Okay, so this option will be correct. Then also one option means okay, let's discuss this option also. Image must belong to is not correct answer. It can be on different dates and we can still register both. This also, like same resolution is not necessary, because suppose you have one point, that same similar point you should be able to see here. Okay, that much only will be the enough. So image may belong to different dates, a special resolution will not be required, same. Okay, so here answer will be A comma B. Okay, now we'll move to question number 73. So here applying a 3 into 3 mean filter centered on gray shaded pixel in the input image shown in the figure will result in output value of dash. So when our kernel is here, so which pixels will be covered? That will be 0, 1, 3, 2, 5, 4, 8, 3, 1. And we are applying mean filter. So we have to find mean of this. So 0 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus 1 by 9. So 1, 4, 6, 11, 15, 23, 26, 27. 27 by 9, 3. So 3 will be the answer. Okay. So these were the 1 marks question. Now in next video, we'll see image processing 2 marks question. Thank you.